Hi, it's your friendly neighborhood pastor, Reverend Adam from the First United Church of Christ Congregational in Milford, Connecticut. This is my report on how things have been going with the Milford All Street Challenge during the first half of October. I have traversed quite a few miles, made some good progress. Enjoy. I started October with a lot of momentum left over from September. It was starting to be clear that each day the days would get a little bit shorter. So October 1st started with some streets between the Green and Fort Trumbull Beach, plus some roads near the train station. Thanks to the parishioner who traveled up and down some of those streets with me. And now also early October means bulk pickup. Anybody need a sofa? It was lovely blue skies in early October. Now, October 2nd was all about the streets in the northern tip of Milford near Great River Golf Course and the Milford Orange Line. The Milford All Street Challenge. I'm here at the Milford Orange Line. And the question I have after making it to the line between Milford and Orange many times is, why are there signs that say welcome to Orange, but there's no signs that say anything about welcome to Milford coming the other direction? I'm just curious. I don't have an answer. I'm not blaming anybody, but just wondering why Orange has the signs welcoming people one way and no signs for Milford welcoming people the other. Yeah, but it's a lovely day, another great day. We probably need more rain, but still, it's lovely to walk and to reach all the nooks and crannies and corners of Milford. October 3rd was night hiking to mop up what I didn't cover a couple days earlier around Fort Trumbull. October 4th, a Saturday, meant a more ambitious jog all around Solomon Woods on West River Street, as well as that danged Wheeler's Farms Road and a little bit of Herbert Street. There are a few sidewalks along those stretches. Deer. 3 deer. Okay, be careful. But there are animals like deer, as well as farm stands and underpasses, as well as a lot of interesting out-of-the-way business parks. On October 5th, a Sunday afternoon, I hit more of Gulf Beach and Bayview. It is really warm for early October. It's around 78, 80 degrees in the late afternoon, but making some rounds here close to Gulf Beach, and yeah, beautiful big houses, nice lawns, beautiful view of the beach, and I'm gonna make a loop right here, so see you again soon. October 6th, it was all around Seabreeze Avenue and near East Shore Middle School. More bulk pickup waiting for its retrieval, and fall also means that you have political signs that are all along many of the front lawns. October 7th was pretty awesome because a parishioner saw me walking and right then and there got their shoes and joined me for 1.5 miles. You know who you are and you rock. Then I was on my own for a little bit more, and so I felt the Spirit moving me to sing. Here I go again on my own, going down the only road I've ever known. October 8th was a 0 day, but on the 9th I jogged up North Street, over on Woodruff, and down Orange Avenue during twilight, running by the lacrosse fields on Orange Avenue. The Rotmans used to own that property. The 10th was a day of surgical precision in my walking, covering a few streets near the Academy. I stopped by the James Mattioli playground that was built in memory of one of the children, James, who was killed in Newtown in 2012. And then I walked up and back Wampus Lane, home to many small industrial businesses. The 11th was another Saturday, and with a free morning, I booked it around the banks of Beaver Brook, around Milford Point Road and Milford Reservoir. It was a 14-mile day. Ashley would say I'm humble bragging right now. My legs would say I was just overdoing it. Lots of Halloween decorations out by this time. Got to go by Jonathan Law High School. I saw a Van Halen symbol in the sidewalk, so I had to text my brother about it. All sorts of interesting businesses you notice while you are walking. You don't have the time to consider when you're driving by, such as this residential care home. Had never noticed it before. In this next picture, you'll see I am giving a thumbs up by a funeral home. I'm a minister, and I work with funeral directors in Milford's 2 lovely funeral homes, and so I can give a thumbs up. Thank you, funeral directors, for being awesome. And also, yay to other churches in town as well. Now, here's the lower part of the Milford Reservoir by the dam. I remember the Davis family telling me for Wayne Davis's funeral about him swimming in there. Now, here is Caleb and me getting ready to watch the Cubs lose against the Brewers. I needed to get some miles in on Wheeler's Farms and Oronoque Roads on the 12th, and I did that. But after so many consecutive days of dry weather, Mother Nature had waited long enough. Well, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Here I am walking up on, what is this? I guess it's Oronoque at this point. Is it Oronoque or High Street? Anyhow, I am walking, making some progress on a rainy Sunday afternoon. These are areas I've been near, but didn't quite get to this street or that street, so doing a little bit of mop-up work. Yeah, it's not the best conditions, but as long as I pay attention, a little rain shouldn't hurt people. Keep on trudging along, day after day, one day closer to completing the Milford All Street Challenge. Hey. It's fun to be just a little bit goofy in the rain. Wilson! 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 That was a Castaway reference. More rain on the 13th, but I didn't bring my rain jacket this time. Keep on trucking. Keep on trucking. Another Van Halen sign, this time in mailbox form. Text my brother. By the 14th, the weather had improved, but each day was truly getting shorter, so I had to prioritize streets that I needed the best light possible to travel safely. The busy no-sidewalk streets like Old Gate Lane and Pepe's Farm Road. Commercial areas, totally. On the 15th, I only had a small amount of time, so I bagged some streets on the eastern side of Gulf Street and saw a lovely parishioner along the way. And the last day of the first half of October, a Thursday, my quote-unquote weekday off, I spent a couple hours finishing up Anchor Beach neighborhood, as well as Milford Lawns, East Shore Middle School, and a few more streets near the Oyster River by the West Haven line. So beautiful and serene. So with these last pictures from that last day, you've seen what I covered for the first half of October 2025. There's the Woodmont Borough Hall. Milford is such a beautiful area. Lots of artistic and creative people who live here. I feel so blessed to be a part of this community. And here's a map showing you what I covered in that first half of October. And now this next visual will show you what I've covered so far from the beginning of the Milford All Street Challenge. A little bit over 200 miles, but really only 130 to 140 of like unique Milford roads once you subtract all of the doubling back that I've done. But I am more than halfway there. Am I living on a prayer? Maybe on the prayers of everyone supporting me in this Milford All Street Challenge. It's truly humbling to see how expansive and diverse one town can be, how much you don't notice or you just take for granted in our own little bubbles. So thank you for watching, and there is more to come soon.